The school was almost empty. Only the sound of a ticking clock filled the air. Emma sat quietly in the classroom, her heart beating fast. She looked at the door again and again, waiting. After a few minutes, Lion walked in, closing the door softly behind him. Emma smiled shyly. Liam smiled back, but inside he was just as nervous. The late afternoon sun made the room warm and golden. Everything felt like a dream. They sat next to each other, pretending to talk about homework. But their hands were shaking and their voices were low. Every time their eyes met, they quickly looked away, feeling shy and excited at the same time. Liam dropped his pen by mistake. Emma bent down to pick it up. When she gave it back, their fingers touched. It was a small touch, but it sent a spark through both of them. They froze for a second, feeling the electricity between them. Liam slowly reached out and took Emma's hand in his. She didn't pull away. Instead, she smiled, her cheeks turning pink. The room was silent, but their hearts were shouting. Liam looked into her eyes and said softly, "Emma, I have to tell you something." The pirates spread out inside the Deathworlder ship, their boots echoing in the silent halls. The darkness felt heavy, almost alive. Captain Gorvac ordered his crew to find the cargo hold fast. He wanted to finish the job before more strange things happened. But something was wrong with their scanners. One by one, the devices began to fail. Maps twisted, doors disappeared from their screens, and strange static filled their radios. It was like the ship itself was playing tricks on them. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the hallway. The pirates turned quickly, weapons ready. But they saw nothing, only a twisted metal door swinging shut. One pirate, Cran, moved closer to check. As he stepped forward, the floor under him cracked open, and he vanished with a scream. Panic spread fast among the pirates. Some fired their weapons into the shadows, but their shots hit only empty walls. No enemy appeared. Only the ship answered them, with hissing sounds, shifting lights, and cold, deadly silence. In a small control room, Gorvac found a strange old screen still working. A short message blinked on it. "You were warned." The captain's hands shook. They had walked into a trap built for them. Captain Gorvac moved quickly through the twisting corridors, his heart pounding hard. Only a few pirates stayed close to him now. Many had disappeared without a trace. The rest were too scared to even move. They finally reached a large heavy door deep inside the ship. It was half open, like someone wanted them to find it. Gorvac hesitated, but he had no choice. He pushed the door wider and stepped inside. What he saw made him stop breathing. The room was huge, filled with deadly weapons, plasma cannons, railguns, smart mines, and strange machines the pirates had never seen before. The cargo ship was a lie. This was not a transport ship. This was a hidden war machine. One pirate touched a control panel by mistake. The walls of the room shifted and changed, revealing more deadly traps. New defense systems powered up. Red warning lights flashed everywhere. Gorvac finally understood. Deathworlders didn't list their weapons because everything on their ships was a weapon. Even the ship itself was alive, and it was angry. The remaining pirates turned to run, but the doors slammed shut behind them. They were trapped inside the monster's heart, and the monster was waking up. The ship groaned and shook as the pirates ran through the dark halls. Heavy doors slammed shut behind them, trapping them in narrow corridors. Captain Gorvac tried to call for backup, but his radio was dead. They reached the docking bay, hoping to escape in their boarding pods. But when they arrived, all their pods were destroyed, smashed like toys by some unseen force. Smoke filled the air. The pirates coughed and looked around in fear. Suddenly, a cold voice echoed through the ship's speakers. It was not human. It was the ship itself, and it spoke with calm hate. Pirates detected. Termination in progress. The lights flickered. Metal walls moved, cutting the pirates off from each other. Traps opened under their feet. Some pirates fell screaming into deep holes. Others fired wildly at shadows that moved too fast to see. Captain Gorvac knew they couldn't fight the ship. Their only chance was to reach the AI control room and shut it down. But the ship was faster. It played with them like a hunter plays with its prey. One by one, Gorvac's crew was picked off until only a few remained, scared, bleeding, and lost in a maze that wanted them dead. Days turned into weeks, but the magic between Emma and Liam only grew stronger. Every moment they spent together felt like a new chapter in their love story. They still kept their secret, meeting after school, sharing smiles across classrooms, writing sweet notes that only they could understand. Each time they kissed, it felt like the first, full of butterflies and dreams. One evening, they sat under a big tree behind the school. The sky was full of stars, and the cool breeze made Emma shiver a little. Liam wrapped his arms around her, pulling her closer. "I wish time could stop right now," Emma whispered. Liam looked into her eyes, serious and full of love. "I don't want just today, Emma. I want every tomorrow with you," he said. Emma's eyes filled with happy tears. She leaned her head on his shoulder, feeling safe and loved. They promised each other that no matter where life took them, their hearts would always find a way back together. Their love was young, but it was true, strong enough to face anything. As they held each other under the endless sky, they knew this was not the end. It was just the beautiful beginning of forever.